It is the one who renounces the short-term results of actions. The Sanskrit is actually karma palam jajati. Yaha, the one who karma palam jajati, who renounces the fruits of karma, who renounces the effects of karma. So this is, in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a lot like this too. There's a lot of text like this. So there's a lot of verbiage that says that the way to be happy is to stop worrying about the fruits of actions, and just do your actions throughout the day without worrying about what you're going to get out of it, right? Which is a kind of a selfless way to live, in other words. Not worrying about what's in it for me. If I did this, if I gave this money to someone, maybe they'll give me something back. You see, most of our actions, almost all day long, our actions are driven by that kind of selfishness. See, and without worrying about the fruits of the action means you're just doing it selflessly, without worrying about the short-term results. What's going to happen? What's going to happen as a result of the short-term result, as a result of what I'm doing now, and take a bigger picture. You see, do a little pan out and say, I'm doing everything. There is a higher purpose for my actions. The higher purpose is that this action will help me move to the higher goals. You see, not the short-term results, but the higher goals. So yeah, be generous, be kind, be compassionate. But not because you want other people to be kind and compassionate back to you, but because you want to get enlightened. You see? Not for short-term goals, but for the big enchilada, for the whole enchilada. Work for the whole enchilada. Here's another way of thinking about that. The short-term results of your actions actually have the short-term so-called results of your actions have actually no connection to your actions, which is harder. Let's check. If you go to work and you've been lying to the boss, let's say, about making phone calls on work time, and you've been hiding that, you've been lying about it, because in case you didn't know, the boss probably isn't paying you to make personal calls on the job. And so you've kind of been keeping that secret or kind of lying about it or something like that. And you finally say, well, I took this 4-day thing at Galilee, and I heard that maybe I should start living a better life, and maybe I should stop lying. And so I'll try it. I'm going to go in and tell the truth to the boss. Okay? So you go into the boss and you say, boss, I confess, I have to confess, I've been making personal phone calls on your time. And the boss says, you're fired. Did getting fired come from telling the truth?
No.
Does it seem like it? Okay. But there's actually no relationship. Why? Because nothing bad can come from something good. The principle of, this is the fundamental principle of all ethical life. The fundamental principle of a moral life. Nothing bad can come from something good. Nothing good can come from something bad. Is lying a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. So if you're lying and getting paid for it, if you're lying and about the personal phone calls, and the boss keeps giving you a paycheck, did the paycheck come from lying about the personal phone call? Cannot. Did the bad thing of losing your job from telling the truth come from telling the truth? Is truth telling a good thing or a bad thing? So if you got fired from telling, if you got fired in the wake of telling the truth, there can be no relationship between those two events, actually. No relationship. It seems like there is. But if you say, I got fired because I told the truth, you just undercut the principle of morality. You undercut the ground, the foundation of a moral life. You see? Because then why should I tell the truth? You see? If a bad thing could come from doing something good, why should I do something good? Maybe something good will happen, maybe something bad will happen. So, right? There's no principle, there's no moral principle there. So the short-term results, so let's try it again. So, you tell the truth and get fired. Why then did you get fired? What was the cause? If the cause wasn't telling the truth, what was the cause? Doing something negative in the past. Doing something negative to someone else. Taking something away from someone else that they wanted. And then Mr. Karma found an occasion to bring you the fruit of that. When you told the truth about using the cell phone on boss's time. Mr. Karma just found an occasion to bring you the fruit of a previous negative act that you did. You see? Has no relationship to telling the truth. And what about telling the truth? Will that have a positive effect in the future? It must. Did it have a positive effect in the present? No. You lost the job. In the immediate aftermath of telling the truth, you lost your job. So don't worry about the short-term results of your actions, because the short-term results of your actions have no relationship to your actions. You got it? And garden for the future. Always be gardening for the future. Don't worry about the short-term. Don't worry about the karma phala. Don't worry about the immediate fruits of your action. And keep your eye, garden for the future. Keep your eye on the future. Without worrying. So then, sometimes they also say in the text, you are equanimous about whether things are going good or bad. And the reason that you're equanimous about that is because it has no relationship to what's going on in the present. These are just the ebb and flow of karma that's been put into place a long time ago. Our present life is out of our present control. Our present life is out of our present control. Our present life once was in our control. When was that? In the past. And in the present we have control. Not over the present, however. If the present is an effect of a past cause, we have no control over that. The effect has come. It is flowered, and you can be upset about it or not upset about it or yell about it or what. It has no relevance. It has no connection at all. It's not doing anything in terms of the present. What is it doing? It's creating causes for when? The future. So you once were in control of your present, when? In the past. And you are in control not of your present in the present, but of what? Future. There you go. So that's wisdom. That's a little sticky thing that you can put in. I am not in control of my present in the present. So since you're not in control of your present in the present, some unwanted thing happens. Some unwanted thing happens. Like, let's say you were in a traffic jam. Let's say that you were in Los Angeles or San Francisco, and you found yourself in gridlock. Ever been in gridlock? Gridlock means your car isn't moving. Okay, that's what gridlock means. You want to get somewhere, and your car isn't moving because you're in gridlock. So that gridlock happened because of a past karma, a past cause, and then you're experiencing the effect. Can you change gridlock in the moment? Yes or no?
No.
So why would you ever get upset about being in gridlock? Right? Use your buddhi, intellect. Why would you ever get upset about it? And people do sometimes get, maybe you get upset. And then sometimes they honk their horns. They get really, really upset and mad, and they start honking their horns in gridlock. And does that change the present in the present? Does honking your horn somehow make gridlock go away? No. And that's a long story. Being free from dualistic thinking. Here's one way to think about it. Dualistic thinking is thinking that the traffic jam, the gridlock, and me are separate. Dual. That there's a traffic jam out there, and there's me that got caught in the traffic jam. And there is no connection between the two. Dualistic. Right? The traffic jam and the you who experienced the traffic jam were produced by the same person. And that's you. Free from dualism. See, they're coming from the same source. The traffic jam and the person who's experiencing the traffic jam are both projections coming from the same source. And that would be you.